What's up, guys? It's Cody coming back at you with another video, and it's time to update the two-piece headlights to single-piece headlights. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've had the headlights for a while. I ordered them a while ago off Amazon, and I kind of jumped the gun and ordered these ones before I did all my research. So once I got them, I realized I needed more parts. I didn't have everything I needed, so a lot went into getting everything I need, but I should have everything now. That's what we're gonna be doing today. So I'll get into that in a second real quick. I just wanna say thank you guys for 1,500 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers was my first big goal and it felt great, but for some reason 1,500 subscribers is just lets me know that it's still growing after 1,000, that it's still gonna keep growing hopefully. So we've only been doing this for about 5 or 6 months, so it feels real good. Thank you everyone, and if you're new here this is the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you guys like this video, hit the like button and leave a comment down below. All right, let's get into updating these headlights. So it's about 90 degrees today. Actually, I think it's technically 94. So I parked under the tree so I can get some shade. Hopefully that makes the video a little more clear. We still got some glare on the windshield, but the sun's going that way, so that'll go away in a second. So these are the headlights that we got. Like I said, I got them off Amazon. They are 2005 to 2007 single pod headlights. And if you have a 2005 to 2007, you could pretty much just order them, and they are like for like with your truck. The reviews on Amazon, guys said that it took them 15 minutes to install these on their 2005 to 2007. But like for my truck, 2001, if you have a 99 to 04, I'm assuming it's the same for all of them. The headlight bulbs do not match. So I already had some aftermarket HID bulbs in here. There's a guy that has a shop by my old boxing gym that sells like light bars, underglow kits, HID and LED bulbs and all this stuff. So I go to him for my stuff, and he gave me he gave me the H13 bulbs that you need for this. So that's what you guys need. If you buy these and you have a 99 to 04 like mine, you need H13 style bulbs. So these ones do not fit. So the headlight casings, these headlight housings were $110 with free shipping on Amazon. And then if you're like me and you already had an HID kit in your truck, like I had a HID kit with the whole wiring harness and everything, all I had to do was buy the H13 HID lights that plug into my existing harness. So the lights alone, I paid $25 for the lights. As a matter of fact, here they are. I don't know why I'm not showing them to you guys. So these are the HIDs, these style H13 that go in these new headlight housings. So this is all I needed to buy for $25 for the pair, and this plugs directly into my harness. Now if you don't have the same HID, like if you don't have an HID kit in your truck already, then you might have to buy the whole HID kit with the wiring harness and everything, and I think those go for like $80 on Amazon. I also think if you do more research, you could find some of these that come with the H13 bulb in it, but then you need to buy the adapter, which goes from your wiring harness plug to this one. So just do your research on what kind of lights you already have, and you know what you're going to need for these ones, and you just have to put it all together. So that's basically what I had to do. I had to go and get these. So I don't need that adapter is $10, but I don't need it because I have just the bulbs. They're going to go into my existing wiring harness. All right, you guys, so that's pretty much it. Now I also in order to make this job easy for cutting it, I went to Harbor Freight, and this was $7.99 for this little tool, which came in a whole package with I think 80 different type of tips, like grinding and wire wheels and all kinds of different tips. I bought this for an additional like $5.50, these cutoff wheels. So this is gonna make it real easy for me to cut the back of the housing in order to be able to put the new light housings on. All right, so I got that for $7.99, and then pretty much I brought my toolbox out here just to make my life easier, which is a mess right now. I got my boxing gloves and stuff like that on there, but my garage is way over there, so I bought my toolbox out here so we can get this done nice and easy. So let's go ahead and pop the hood and get to it. All right, guys, so the first thing we're gonna need to do is obviously remove the old headlight. And if anyone's ever changed their headlights on their 99 to 04, you know that it's kind of a pain in the neck. It's not very easy. And then also, in order for me to remove the running light and blinker, I'm gonna have to loosen the bolts on the bumper and drop the bumper down a little bit, and you have 2 screws underneath the running lights. So it's gonna be quite a process to get these old ones out, and then of course it's gonna be a huge process to get the new ones on, because we gotta do a bunch of cutting and modifying. So first thing I'm gonna do, oh by the way, I am gonna do one at a time. I'm gonna do this one 100%, take the old one out, put the new one in, for 2 reasons. 1, so we can see the before and after, and 2, in case anything goes wrong. And this is not gonna work, but I'm like most of the way through the job. I only have one headlight that's, you know, on hold if for whatever reason the new one's not going to fit. I don't have like both my headlights ripped out and cut up. So we're going to do one at a time. First thing I'm going to do is just pull the bulb out, which it's a simple twist and pull out. There we go. So there it goes. You can see I'm pulling it out. And that is my HID bulb. So like I said, this fitting right here does not fit in the new headlight housings, but the new bulbs will just simply plug into here. Just those two plugs right there. And so the new bulb is just going to be replaced with this, and my existing wiring harness is going to stay the same. So that's out. Now let's go ahead and remove the actual housing, and then we will drop the bumper and take out the blinker. All right, so in case you've never done it before, in order to remove the factory headlight housing, you have to remove this clip right here. Let's see if I can get you to right there. There's a clip right there, and there's one right there. The camera's kind of not focused. There you go. Now this one is kind of broken, so it's going to be kind of hard to pull out, but we should be able to get it. Actually, it was already broken when I went from the stock headlights to these tinted ones, and I was able to get it out. So we'll be able to get it out, but there's two clips you got to remove first. All right, guys, so we got both those clips out. Now, last time I did this job, I did not have my needle nose pliers, which made it take probably close to an hour to get the clips out, especially the broken one, man. It took me forever to get the broken one out. Right now, I had my needle nose pliers, and it took one attempt, literally 10 seconds to get out the good clip, and then even the broken clip took me maybe a minute and a half. I used the needle nose pliers and this curved scribe. So if you do have a broken one, these two tools together make it nice and easy. And if they're all in good shape, I literally got this out in a few seconds. So the needle nose pliers are great for this job. Next thing we got to do is take off some of these. So the next step after you get those clips out is to remove these. Now, if you take this and you unscrew it all the way, this threaded piece comes out of this black box. Now for me, if you're putting on the updated headlights, you don't need these anymore. And I was able to just pop this one out of here. And I'm just going to leave it on like that. But if you're putting on a different style, original style headlights that still need these, you can take either an 8mm socket. The 8mm socket fits on there, or you take a 5/16. This is a 5/16 socket, and that fits on there as well, and you will unscrew it all the way out. I'll go ahead and show you guys how that looks. This is basically what you would do if you need to take this out this way. I have the 8mm on here, and you're gonna loosen it. Okay, actually you need to go clockwise as you're tightening it, and you can see it coming out. And you're gonna go until it comes all the way out. And then once the threads are all the way out, you just pull it out. And then, well, this would basically, like I said, be in there, and you'd be pulling the headlight off. Now for this one down here, we're basically gonna do the same thing. All right, guys, so after I did that back one, like I said, I did the one that was there, and I did the very far back one, and you had one more that was in that hole, which is this one right here, and it basically just popped out as well. So that's pretty much it. Our whole old headlight is out. Now we just need to do our, well, we need to pull this one off still, and then we need to do our layup and our markup on this so we can cut the plastic out. But let's drop the bumper and pull that blinker light out first. All right, guys, so we loosened the bumper and dropped it down a little bit, and now you can see we've got two, for me, it's Phillips head screws. I've seen some videos where it's actually a hex head bolt, but I got two Phillips head screws, so all I need to do is take those screws out with a long screwdriver. This one looks like it's actually not going to reach. But I take those two Phillips screws out, and that takes this whole thing off. All right, guys, so we got the blinker light off. Now, just a heads up, so these ones, your factory blinker and factory running light, these do fit into those updated headlights, so those are fine. You only have to get you only have to make sure you have H13 actual headlight. I gotta take this rubber piece off. I'll do that in a second. So just a heads up, you guys, it's really tight in here when you get this light on, so you're gonna want to unplug this top part of the bulb from the plug on both of these and put them in the headlight housing first, and the H13 running light. You want to put all the bulbs in the headlight before you install it back on, because once this thing's on, I don't think you're gonna be able to get any of these in and out with the headlight on. So we're gonna put all the bulbs in the headlight housing and then install it. All right, guys, so like I said, we removed the plugs of the bulbs from the plug. So this is now going to go, we have our H13 bulb in the headlight, we have our blinker light, and then like I believe this is the running light. You're going to want to put this in however it goes, and let's see which way does it twist. There was a way. All right guys, so it looks like the small little running light, this little one, actually doesn't really fit in here right. You can get it in there and twist lock it, which I'm gonna do to make sure that it's sealed and we don't get any moisture in, but there's no way to get the plug back on. I tried this every way around, it doesn't fit. You can see we kind of scratched it up. So I think that there's a plug like this, or a light like this with a straight plug that comes straight out, and you would put your connection in up here as opposed to in the side over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to probably go to Ford and try and find that, but like I said, the plug will come straight up. So this one will not fit. Like I said, we put it there in the meantime so we can have our seal, but the running light's not gonna work with that, but I'll get that replaced as soon as possible. At least you guys watching this, you can know that you need that part before you get this done. I didn't know, I wasn't gonna know until I got this out. I took everything, I had to take everything apart and check and see what was gonna fit and what wasn't. So now we know that's not gonna fit, but this fits. We got the H13, just gonna have to replace that. You guys can do it ahead of time. We're gonna move on with the project. So like I said, those are in the bulbs. The plugs are right here. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the diagram up. I'll put it up here so you guys can see, and it shows, there's diagrams that show you where we need to cut, and then we'll go move on from there. All right, you guys, so we got our cut kind of roughly marked up. It's not a perfect line, but we're just gonna have to probably cut it and then put the headlight up and see if it fits, maybe make some more cutting. But Riff Raff has a great diagram on it. That's what I followed. I'll put that diagram right up here so you can see it, the real one, as opposed to just my quick markup. But that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and cut that all out and then see if the headlight fits. All right, you guys, so we got everything cut out. Here is the old piece that we cut out, and honestly, let me tell you guys, this little Dremel that I bought from Harbor Freight was not enough. It did not have enough power to cut that whole thing, so I got a 4-inch cutoff wheel, 4.5 inch, and cut all the major parts, the big cuts, the long ones, you know, down this whole side down here as much as I could around the sides, and then any little part that I couldn't get to with the grinder is where I went ahead and took care of it with the Dremel. But that thing was not going to cut everything by itself. It didn't have enough power. It was taking forever. So we ran into some problems. Let me show you guys what we got going on here. This thing does not... I originally thought that I would be able to use a nut and a bolt in these to hold it down, but there's no way I can put a nut on the back side of the bolt with this in here. Let me get it in there and then I'll show you. So as you guys can see, it's way too tight in here. There's no way for me to put like my finger in here with a nut and put a nut on the back side of these without like gluing the nut. There's no way for me to get in here. This is a wall. So I might have to, so I had to basically run to Ford right before they closed and tried to get the retaining clips for these. It would basically be the same retaining clips that we have down here for the bottom. I needed 4 more, you know, 2 for here and then 2 for the other headlight, and they didn't have them in stock. They had to order them along with the screws. So I had to order the retaining clips, the screws, and then I also got one of the running light bulb in a straight version. So like I said, I ran to Ford and I got this one. So instead of the 90, we have the straight one. So I will be able to put this in here as long as it fits. I haven't checked it yet, but it should be. It looks like it's the same as the other one. So we have that for one side. I had to order the other one for the other side. So basically, I'm gonna try and get this one done. The sun's going down, so I'm gonna try and get it done as soon as fast as I can. Try and figure out some way to get some bolts in here just to hold it in the meantime. I'll throw this in there, and then hopefully on Tuesday I can pick up all the parts and get the other one, get all the parts for the other side. So I'm gonna be rolling around with 2 different headlights for a while, but I pretty much have no choice. So this is mostly in there, but it's still sticking out a little bit. So I'm gonna have to do maybe a little more trimming. And then that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, you guys, until I get the other one done. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So here's what we got going on right now. This is what I'm trying to make work. This one, I put some the nut and washer on the bottom of the plastic, and taped it, so it's just Scotch tape right now, so it's real weak. And you know, hopefully it just holds long enough for us to get the bolt on there. And this one I couldn't get taped, so I put super glue. I basically super glued the nut and the washer together. You can't even see it from here. And put super glue in the washer and put it in there, so that should be fine. I should be able to break that off later when I get the correct clips. It's plastic, so the super glue I don't think will stick to the plastic too much. I should be able to like break that off, and I can put the retaining clips later when I get them. But for now, the nuts and washers are on the bottom, and I can put this in place. These will go over the plastic, and I could put the bolt in. So we're gonna try that out right now. By the way, guys, I forgot to give you some important information. If you're getting you're gonna need the straight running light for this. That, remember I told you that one with the 90 doesn't work. I went to Ford and I got the right one. All it is the 2005 to 2007 running light. Okay, so I have the piece, the wrapper, the plastic here. You can pause it and look at this, but I'll put the part number down in the description so you guys can have the part number for that. But all it is the 2005 to 2007 running light. This is the part number right here, the AL8Z dash, you know, that one. That's the part number right there. And yeah, so just get that, and it's straight instead of having the 90, and it fits right in. It's perfect. We already have everything done and it works. I'm going to show you guys in a second, but just wanted to give you guys that information. And then the retaining clips you need are not for a 2005 to 2007 headlight. It won't work. I was there at the Ford dealership. We were looking and trying to figure out what it is. This is what you need. The retaining clips that you need are the ones that go on the bottom of your factory original running light for the F250. These, so you have these, right? This is your original blinker. This is a tinted one, obviously, but this is how the original style is. And there's a retaining clip that goes on the plastic on the inside, and it has a nut on the back, so you can put those screws in here and it tightens into the nut on the back. So those are the retaining clips you need on the back side of this. They look like this. This is not them. This came on the headlight, and I took them off. This came on the bottom of the headlight, and I guess this is what you need to put it on the 2005, but you don't need it on this. But it looks exactly like this, except it's off the 2001, and I think this does have threads on the inside, but it's a different size than the ones that I have over here, the screws. So you need a piece that looks just like this. Again, I'll put the link down in the description for it. And so you need 4 of those, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So I have those coming on Tuesday. So that's pretty much it, you guys. This side I was able to, like I said, showed you, I taped the nut and the washer on the bottom. I was able to get it on. This side I couldn't get tape on because it was too tight, so I tried super glue. The super glue broke right off, so we don't have anything on this side, but this thing's solid with just this one bolt on the top. This thing doesn't move at all. And of course we have our 2 on the bottom, and I already raised the bumper and tighten the bumper down and everything. So that's pretty much it, you guys. It is in, it's done. It does look great. I'm super happy with how it looks, but it was definitely not an easy job. Make sure you have all the right parts. I mean, you guys gotta watch this whole video. I went over everything you need, but again, you need the H13 headlight lights. You need the 2005 running light plug, and then the regular blinker light works just fine, and then the 2 bottom ones work just fine with your factory retaining clips. And then you need 2 more of those retaining clips for each headlight for up here, and you need the screws. I ordered the screws too, so you need the 2 retaining clips and the 2 screws for the top. Okay, so learn from my mistake from this video. Once I get the retaining clips, I'll take this out and put the right things in. But that's pretty much it, you guys. It's in. Let me close the hood. I'll show you guys. Again, it was just these plugs right here for my old wiring harness for the light. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have to change the harness out or anything. Once again, the high beam just doesn't seem to work on these HIDs that I get for some reason. When I plug it in, I think that the HID hits that reflector and it registers the high beam always on for some reason. So I have the little blue light in the dash on. So I just left the high beams unplugged. It's fine. I have these things. If I really need high beams, I've got LED light pods, so that's fine. So let me close the hood, and I'll show you guys that all the lights were good. Here is one side compared to the other. You can definitely tell a difference. See, this is just one single pod, nice and clean. This is 2. You can see your separation here where it's 2 pieces. These kind of wiggle around and pop out. They don't stay in very good. So those look good, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think these look a lot better. Looks clean. Let's see it. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, let me show you guys the lights and show you that everything works. And I'm gonna be rolling around 2 different headlights for a while, but to be honest with you, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to tell. Looking at it right now, I'm actually a lot less upset than I was, because I don't think most people driving by or walking by won't be able to tell that those are different headlights. At least not everybody. Whatever. All right, let's get those lights on. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this one. As the title says, this is just a part 1. When I get all the rest of the parts that I need for the other headlight, obviously that'll be part 2, and we'll have both headlights matching. Like I said, I almost tripped and died right now. Like I said, you can't really tell that the headlights are that different, you know, as far as running around with 2 different sets of headlights for the next couple of days. I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal, but obviously we're gonna fix it. I just had to get the right parts. Make sure you guys have all the parts before this. Again, I went over it. The links to the parts will be down in the description. They look great, but it was definitely a hard project to do. Probably one of the most complicated things that I've done to the truck. There were some projects that were more difficult physically. This was just very complicated because all the different parts, but we're gonna get it done. Obviously, we already got one side done, so the second side should go faster and easier. So that's pretty much it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please show some love by hitting the like button, leaving a comment down below. Again, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.